Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Monday night's calendar.
Here are tonight's main stories.
First tonight, the Transport Secretary has threatened to block the sacking of 800 P&O ferry staff, as well as the company's plan to replace them with workers paid below the minimum wage.
Now, Grant Shapps has written to P&O's Chief Executive, Peter Hebblethwaite, saying he intends to bring a comprehensive package of measures to protect seafarers. It's thought the exact plans will be revealed on Wednesday.
Well, the Pride of Hull remains docked in Rotterdam tonight. It's been out of service since 82 crew on board were told they were being made redundant with immediate effect. Harry Horton.
Well, next this evening, to the desperate plea from the family of a teenager who took her own life for changes to mental health care to prevent similar tragedies from happening again. 17-year-old Chelsea Blue Mooney died last April. An inquest found that insufficient care at Signet Hospital in Sheffield, where she was being treated, led to her death.
Well, the hospital, which has expressed its sincere condolences to Chelsea's family and friends, says a recent inspection found it follows best practice with safeguarding. But Chelsea's family say the system failed. Chelsea's father has been speaking to our reporter Chris Kiddie. Next tonight, 3 men have been arrested on suspicion of arson after a huge fire ripped through one of the oldest mills in Mansfield during the early hours of this morning. 20 fire engines from across the East Midlands and South Yorkshire were called out to Hermitage Mill, which was a major part of the area's industrial past, as Hannah Stokes reports. Now, more young people than ever before are receiving treatment for eating disorders on the NHS. Almost 10,000 children and young people started eating disorder treatment between April and December last year. Chelsea's story that we saw earlier just shows why all that's so important to speak out and raise awareness. Now, still to come, British Airways has become the first airline to use sustainable aviation fuel, which is produced at the Phillips 66 Humber refinery near Immingham. Now, the ITV Evening News continues at 6:30. Here's a look at what's happening with Mary Nightingale. Thank you, Mary. I'd like to say, first of all, I'm glad to see Mary got the red memo as well. I know, all coordinated beautifully today.
Now, Michael, are you into gaming?
I'm too old, aren't I, to be into gaming, I would have thought.
Now, you see, this is the thing. You think that it's something for people in their teens or their 20s. By the way, before we go any further, what was your favourite game?
Oh, well, Lemmings. I had a Simpsons game. I was obsessed with being Kettering Town in some sort of football manager game as well.
It's bizarre. I love Lemmings, by the way. The fact you had to use one of them to save all the others. There was always a sacrificial lamb. Anyway, it's not true, because actually, Michael, you're about the average age of the average gamer, because it's now around 35, and many are actually bringing even more years of wisdom and experience to the gaming world.
Yeah, apparently, according to the new market data, a quarter of those firing up their console are actually 55 or over, with the lockdown seeing many new participants reaching for the controller. Here's Nick Smith. Just goes to show you're never too old to get into gaming.
Yeah, the Lemmings back out.
I'm going to have a route round in the loft, see if I can find some on my old console.
Angry Birds, I thought I'd never hear that again.
OK, time now for some sport.
Chris, you were quite active talking about this, weren't you? Did you say you're 9 months free of which?
Michael knows all about it.
Guilty.
I was Grimsby Town, took them to the Premier League. So I used to wear my shirt and tie for press conferences. It's
getting a bit tragic.
Yeah, I had to win myself off because my wife wouldn't let me play anymore. I turned into a different person.
I'll be used, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, to get that one in. Sorry, too obvious.
Thank you very much, Chris. That's wonderful stuff.
Cheers, Chris. Now, how much would you pay for a gold signet ring that used to belong to the Sheriff of Nottingham? Well, one such trinket's just gone under the hammer.
Well, it was discovered by a metal detectorist. Does that exist? From Lincolnshire on farmland in Nottinghamshire. And as Phil Brewster reports, it attracted a huge amount of interest from bidders.
I love the fact that the dog's the priority.
I was going to say first thoughts are with the dog. Let's hope it doesn't bring him into debt after he's bought the gift.
Let's hope not. OK, here's Philippa Drew now with the weather. There's me thinking we'd left winter behind.
Oh,
okay,
cheers.
that's it from us. Our next update's at 10:30.
The national and international stories follow shortly with Mary Nightingale.
But for now, from the team here on Calendar, thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Dig out your brollies. See you then.